Scott Studio.
Hello, what's good, everybody? My name is Michael Webb, and I will be teaching drum lessons. And it's an honor and privilege for me to be here just to talk about what I love to do. And I pray that and hope that as you're watching, that not only you would learn something, but also really enjoy and become inspired to be something greater than yourself, because we all have a great purpose in life. Anyway, let's get right into it. With the drums, we're going to be dealing with the basics, whether you play marching band or whether you play, in particularly what I'm going to be talking about, trap set. Technique is something that's going to make the difference. So we are going to be talking a little bit about technique, different techniques that we all can use as drummers. And we're also going to be talking a little bit about how we can also get some basic things down, like timing and, keeping the tempo, in addition to all the fancy stuff we all like to, play going all around the set. But in reality, the best drummers are the ones who have the best technique. So today, let's just dive right into it. Obviously, looking at the drum set here, we have hi-hat, we got our ride cymbals, we got our snare and our floor tom and the toms, or the drums that we call toms. And we're actually going to get more into that a little bit later. So when you're playing drums, a lot of times, how you hold the sticks, pretty much. You want to keep your wrists as flat as possible. And generally that would allow you to play faster. Where other drummers, they'll be trying to pound it with their arms, you'll be actually using your wrists. And we'll get more into that a little bit later. But anyway, let's just talk about some basic things drummers do. Let's see, just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very basic, right? And then you can go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so on and so on. So, and whatever you can do on the snare, technique-wise, you can also do it on the toms, going around the set. How to implement that in songs, we're actually going to get into that as well, because what I've noticed about a lot of inexperienced drummers, they don't know when to not play hard and how to play soft. So we're going to talk about that as well, dealing with your technique. So here we go. This is an example of playing soft. Here we go. I'm using the hi-hat, the snare, and the kick. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So very softly, all right? You hear, actually in R&B and even in modern gospel, where you hear artists like Jonathan McReynolds, Mary, Peter Collins, and the list goes on and on. A lot of times the drummers are not always going, all loud. They know when to play loud and they know when to play very, very soft, because they're playing a style of music that does not require a lot of extra noise, a lot of extra dynamics, except when you have a break. Perfect example where you're playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, you got to know when to put that in. You can't be still banging on a cymbal like this. And everybody, in the band is playing, they done stopped the break, that you still, and everybody's looking at you like, what is he doing? So it's so that's why technique is important. So we're going to talk about those things in our lessons. Getting into it, know when to play hard, know when to play soft, know when to, and then too, you may even have an opportunity to solo, but you got to get your technique down first before you try to solo. All right. So let's talk a little bit about drumming. For everyone who is new, they're like, who in the world is Michael Webb? I never even know who's this guy. All right, so just in a nutshell, I've played drums since I was 7, and when I was 7 years old, I was like, God, give me the gift to play drums, okay? And my parents, they just prayed over my hands. And when my dad started his church in the inner city in Norfolk, I actually became the drummer. And ever since then, I've been playing. So I played with local bands. I played local churches. I've also, on occasion, have played with some national gospel artists and live concerts. To name a few, I played with the band one time called Anointed Song. We actually played in what you call gospel hip hop circles. We also played in the local music circles as well. Traveled a little bit, opened up for Dietrich Haddon, Jay Moss, and actually I played a few times with Justin Shaw from American Idol, God's Image in a live concert. So just to give you a little bit of background, gospel jazz, a little bit of Christian rock, mostly gospel jazz, straight up gospel, churchy gospel, gospel R&B, neo soul, and a lot of gospel hip hop. I played a lot of that in the early 2000s. Matter of fact, I even played with the Salvation Army band over the last few years, their divisional band right here in the Potomac Division. So just a little bit of background and history. So I've been around. I've been in some very spiritual circles and also local church circles, but also on some professional stages as well. So what I plan to teach you is something that could benefit everybody, no matter whether you're just starting or you just want to improve your technique so you can get better or get faster. So that's what we're looking forward to. And I hope y'all come back and spend some time with us. Peace and love. Hold it down.
Scott Studio.